Don't wear any notes. But I couldn't say that's.
So Dre, how was your day, man? What were you saying?
That's an executive.
Trying to do it?
Dude, my girlfriend loves to tell me this one, like, when he picked up this, like, these results, and he was like, this was ISIS when I started, and, like, this is ISIS now, and there's, like, a bunch of, like, red, like, terror zone dots in the beginning. He wiped out, like, almost an entire terrorist organization. Well, of course, not by himself, he had to.
Well, my day's been okay. Been sleeping a lot since I've been like recently employed, so been sleeping the whole day for like, I don't know, I really be bored at home. All I do is just go to the gym, then come home.
Feels like a cycle, man. You're falling into it.
Got to.
Gotta keep adding to that. Do different things, every day. And have just like a week cycle rather than a day cycle.
Yeah. Try to switch it up one time.
Yeah, man.
It's just like a lack of motivation, like, nowadays, or
It's
just exhaustion.
It's not a lack of motivation, but it really helps when I go to the gym every day.
That's good. What gym do you go to?
Planet Fitness.
The one that just opened up down the street?
Yeah.
Nice. How was it over there?
Good atmosphere.
Good.
So,
Good equipment?
Yep.
you guys don't know this much, but Batir right here is, what belt do you have?
I have multiple belts.
I don't know, but like, let's just go over Batir's potential fighting career. Let's,
I'm not
What the-
fighting any people if this gets enough likes. Let's just say that for now.
Yeah, no, we're not doing anything like that.
Okay.
All right, unless it's actually in a cage with,
A gorilla.
sponsors.
Or with the sponsor.
Sprite, if you're listening.
Sprite. Fight for Pepsi.
Yeah, no, but why don't you go into like, the art, what you, what you like about it, fighting, what's good about it, what's bad about it, why is it, needed in some cases, and,
Well,
what are the good sides and the bad sides of all that?
I personally believe that
The dark side.
taking up martial arts is a very good way to develop proper coordination, hone your skills, not only protect yourself,
Talk about your personal experiences as well too.
my personal experiences involve a lot of hospital time, a lot of broken bones and bloody noses, which is how every amateur should start. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from getting martial arts. If you're doing martial arts and you think you're terrible at it, just take it with it, man. You might get hurt a lot more. You never know. If you're lucky. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate all of them. I'm currently doing Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on my side time. I try to do it almost every day. As a matter of fact, I might have a class tonight after this podcast. 13 years of just like basic boxing. I've just been doing it all my life, and the pros are, keeps you in shape, I feel safer out in public or in any kind of situation. Unless you got a gun, then that would be the next training I do. My health is the most important reason why I do it, and I would encourage anyone else to do it. But yeah, thank you for asking about that. It's a little personal moment of my life.
Yeah, man. No, that's a big side to you is, how much time, you spend in that. Can you tell them, like what's your schedule on, like, your workout and your, like, do you fight on a weekly basis? Like,
Yes, absolutely. I work out about 2 hours a day. I always start with like weightlifting, mainly, and a lot of cardio before I even go into these fights, because I like to exhaust myself and my muscles as much as possible. And then once I get, into these classes that they offer at my specific martial arts gym, then we'll be put up against our own weight classes. I'll probably have 6-7 fights in a row, and you're really just like, it's like a game of chess almost when you're fighting another human being. You really have to try and predict what he's about to do, set him up for your counter, and accordingly, it's most of the time it's completely unpredictable. You just have to react in the moment, quick thinking.
keep your head on the swivel.
Of course, you gotta guard your head too. Keep it up. I remember one of my funniest experiences was like, they put me up against a girl one time. She was a higher belt than I was, and so they kind of like justified it, even though I was like 100 pounds more than her. So we were fighting, you know, and like I don't condone like hitting women at all, never. Even in the dojo, like I had a bad feeling about it. So this was BJJ actually, and she had got me an arm bar towards the end of it. And I was like, maybe I should just tap out, you know. Maybe it's a good idea. I don't want to hurt this girl, you know. Maybe I couldn't, but like I didn't want to cause any harm towards her. But then I remembered all my friends were there too, and there was no way I was gonna drive back home with them, playing them. So I picked her up by one arm and slammed her on her back and knocked her out of her and won that fight. Might be too much of a movie to say, but yeah.
Nobody say.
No, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Tell him, Dre. Tell him, Dre.
You know what you signed up for.
Now I want your opinion on everything he said, man. I want you to put your 2 bits.
Well, on everything he said, I agree with it, but because I too also took martial arts as when I was little, but I slowly converted into wrestling and boxing.
Do you think that's a better, like, okay, why did you just like it better?
No, because when you're young, you're growing up. Everybody watches. Most people.
Sure, yeah.
So always had
A lot of
this
people
dream.
do.
I always had this dream to myself, like, man, I want to do what they're doing. I don't care if it's fake or not, but they're doing some wild shit, and I want to be a part of that. So, in case you guys haven't know, I try to be a WWE prospect. So I turned 18. I head up to the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. Tried out for a couple of days. I think I've been there for like almost 2 months. Met a lot of people, met a lot of friends. I even met the legendary Dusty Rhodes, rest in peace. We talked. He talked a lot about what he did in the industry. So I took a lot of lessons from him. They had a lot of WWE trainers, and I learned a lot, but I realized I didn't work out. I threw myself into the fire. We were doing all this stuff. I had people slamming me on the mat, like I couldn't keep up with that. So it kind of like broke me down, like mentally, like this is professional work. I am not a professional, and I have no experience in this whatsoever. Getting slammed on that mat is like the hardest thing. Getting like slammed on concrete.
But Terry, you know how that feels,
Over
right?
and over and over
Same
again.
concrete.
So I tried out boxing. That worked a lot. Teaches me heads, self-movement. Teaches me a lot of stuff. How to counter, how to throw a proper punch, how to block, and how to basically find your own fighting stance, find your tendencies, learn your opponent's moves, study him, break him down, know his weakness, know his strengths. So it's pretty much like martial arts, but
Yeah, they do that a lot in boxing and like
exactly
professional. You're like matched up with someone. You gotta like study like pretty much everything about them. That's
But the cardio you have to do off boxing is insane too. They must have had you
It's
running everywhere.
insane, really insane.
I remember when I took it, dude, they had me running with like weights tied to me like 2 miles every
Like
day.
every time I train, I always have like hot flashes. like I'm always about to black out.
Yeah.
Like my left ear goes deaf. Like I can't like. It's kind of like I'm shell shocked.
Right.
But
what inspired you guys to go down those routes? Those masculine traits. Rather than being more of a
Dude, it's just in
a
my,
neutral being.
It's just in my blood, dude. I love
Second
to
meat.
fight.
I got 2 words for you: Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo Slice. Dude, I met one of his damn, one of his like co-associates or like collaborators at the gym one time. He was taking one of my classes. I forgot his name, but he had like this big afro and like he just looked like a really mean guy. I tried to send my my gloves after one of the classes. He told me to fuck off. There you go, like game for you, I guess. Yeah, alright. He died, right? Kimbo Slice? Yeah.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus said get tased on the butt.
Who? Jesus?
Yeah. Jesus.
Thanks, bud.
Hey,
Is that, oh, it's not
I hope whoever wins this doesn't beg or take it for granted. What? Six Baker for granted. Whatever. I don't know what it meant. Smash that like button, bro. Subscribe.
How many are we up to right now?
If you can check on your phone.
I don't have my phone, it's alright.
DeAndre, you want to check real quick?
How many likes?
Yeah. Check the chat too, see if there's anything that didn't come up. How many likes we at so far?
We are at.
Smash those likes. Just update us on the status and shit. Like,
I think it's not updating the likes yet.
I'm going through our followers.
Mm-hmm.
I went through like 7 randomized accounts, and they weren't following the Instagram or subscribed. So you still got time, batch. Hit that link
Not a whole lot.
in my description. Gleam.io, the link that we shared on the story and all that stuff. On Astro_Rev, it's in my link. Here, I'll put it in the HEB link right now as well. Give you guys some more time. All right, so the giveaway is still on. Put your entries in, batch. All right. All right, guys, continue. Kimbo Slice. You already talked about him.
Well, I started boxing because of him because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
went viral in all the street fights that were online. So
All right.
that was his big break when famous.
So
started
what-
in the UFC.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the Bill of Rights? You know, like the First Amendment. Like what do you think first, like DeAndre? And then we'll get to the tier, and then we'll go to the Second Amendment after that. Because those are the most popular right now, right?
Yeah.
The controversial ones. I mean, I feel like I still honestly feel majority of people like freedom of speech. I don't know why they wouldn't, and
Your Twitter doesn't.
Twitter's not the majority of people. It's a global thing, you know. So
You know,
a lot of users are, from all over the world. Yeah.
cyberbullying is such a weird thing.
And you already know the controversy. Did you see that podcast I sent you, the Joe Rogan one?
About Twitter? I
Yeah.
think we watched it together.
Oh, I showed you a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's very widely known that they're banning, conservative views and all that stuff. Anyone that doesn't agree with them, morally, I guess. It just seems like it's targeted. Like
Yeah,
Alex
absolutely.
Jones. Alex Jones was definitely, put into this category that should not have been done so in that way, I believe. But yeah, what do you guys think about the First Amendment, Dre?
Well, not really into politics, but I do listen, and it's very controversial.
Countryman.
Yeah. So, with all due respect, I have no respect, so I'm not really into like addressing stuff like this, so I'm gonna have to politely say no comment.
Okay.
As the gentleman says.
Okay.
I think the
Beautifully
First
said.
Amendment's our most important one, man. It's what keeps things real nowadays. They take that away from us. We're basically just gonna be listening to, or we're gonna be doing what's told instead of like what's true. If that makes any sense,
Yeah, man. Facts. I don't want to be censored. I like, the funniest jokes are the, dirtiest ones, the
I think-
harshest ones.
We should have freedom of speech no matter where we are, especially in the workplace. If you want to tell your boss to fuck off, you should be able to tell your boss to fuck off. I get penalized for it. because that's awesome in my opinion. Any guy who tells his boss to fuck off is automatically get fired.
But if you were his boss, what would you do?
You know, if I was his boss, I would never respect him, my employees, unless they told me to fuck off at least once. Because then you're just a suck up. You're like a teacher's pet. You know what I mean?
So,
Like,
so
just,
what? You give him like a promotion?
well, I'd be like, this guy knows.
A raise.
Maybe not a raise. You know, maybe like a suspension. But I'd definitely bring him back, and I'd have more hidden respect. Like you're a boss, so you have to give down the iron.
Right.
You put your foot down. You know, you can't just like let someone tell you to fuck off with other employees. Do nothing about it. There has to be some penalty. But I would definitely back in my head like this guy, you know, can take care of himself.
Don't tell your boss to fuck off, please. Unless you have to.
I just want to. It's 2019, people, ladies and gentlemen. Can I tell my boss to fuck off right now, please? No, I'm not gonna. He might watch this later.
Yeah. Maybe. Potentially.
I can just imagine that morning phone call.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Batir.
Uh-oh.
I saw your podcast last time. I thought it was awesome. Just letting you know that you're not coming to work today or tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
But I hope you have a good life.
But, okay, so what do you guys think about science right now? You think we're going to Mars, man? You think that's actually a thing humans are going to do? What do you think's the manifest destiny coming next?
Dude, man.
We are going to find an alternate universe of ourselves.
Emergency situation. Continue.
Well, I haven't seen the movie Us yet, but it kind of makes me think. What if we find ourselves in another dimension where we see an alternate version of ourselves? Think about that for a minute. Same attributes, same looks, same skills.
Oh, man.
Your doppelganger, to be exact.
Better stay away from my girlfriend. Yo, I might pick up his girlfriend.
Whose?
My doppelgangers.
Your doppelganger? Where is he at?
I don't know, but would
You think that's actually like, you know, your doppelganger? Like, come on, man.
It can be, because
You think they would reside in this dimension, bro? If you have an alternate version of yourself, how could it exist in this dimension if you exist in this dimension? There would be no space in that reality, right? Or in that
I actually have
space
proof.
of reality.
I actually have proof.
Oh.
There are 2 Major League Baseball players. They look the same, identical, like they're almost twins. They're not related, and they have the same name.
Not related, and they have the same name. They're both baseball players. There's a lot of commonalities there.
And it was just so weird. They even like took a DNA test to see if they were related or not, and they're not. Selves.
There's so many people up there, you know, you just have to like assume that there's gonna be like a correlation between what most is. I've read a couple of things before that said that like there are so many people on the planet that sometimes somebody will actually have like identical fingerprints now. Like that was supposed to be the one unique thing about all of us for a long period of time, but now even that's like no longer one of a kind.
Right. So I believe doppelgangers are real.
That sounds
Well,
like,
yeah. I mean, the thing about doppelgangers is that you could just find one. You know, like, there's people that put doppelganger as their, you know, occupation. Because
I feel it's like the other way around.
So, how do you know whether you're the doppelganger or not?
That's a good question.
So, are you looking for anyone right now?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't feel like I am, so maybe I'm the real one. Not the doppelganger. Are we both? I'm not sure how that works.
What about you, Rev? Are you a doppelganger?
might be a clone, but that's, you know, classified information. If I was, well, you know, you can't trust me, so like,
Maybe clones can have
You know, they're-
doppelgangers. There's probably like
my answer
a-
wouldn't
a
even matter at that point,
small
right?
army of you in a subterranean area just waiting for your command. Just ready to take over the streets of Miami
Streets of Miami.
with just a snap of a finger.
An army of Zacks. Beware.
I could get down with that.
There'd be so much productivity.
I would go to that universe. I would feel like I belong.
Spoiler alert, the Batch has a secret army.
All right, Batch. I put the link in the Instagram bio on High Eagle Bachelors, so it's on mine, Astro_Rev, and at High Eagle Bachelors on Instagram. Go hit that link, Gleam. It'll put your name in here. I'm raffling. Let's go. You still got time.
Still got time to win this brand new
Yeah,
Dr.
time.
Dabber.
Sealed, $110 value.
This really is a beautiful thing. I used to own one of these back in the day. Not this brand in particular, but the one I had, it was amazing. Like, it was generally used for dabs, I think it's called, or wax. But it got the job done, man, let me tell you. I hope somebody in California wins this.
California.
Yeah. Just because, like, I feel like, you know, those guys over there will have, like, the best, like, or Colorado, you know, like, people who already have, like, really good quality product to enjoy this kind of, like, apex machine. It's a dream.
So wait, so are we gonna go to Mars or not? Like, did you guys answer that question?
Dude, I'm like,
We can go anywhere.
whether we're comfortable getting there or not, man, I'm pretty satisfied with being right here.
So wait, so are we gonna go to Mars or not?
We can go to Planet Zion. We can go to Hoth. We can go to Coruscant.
Hot's not like cold planet, right?
Yes.
Why would you want to go there?
I want to freeze to death.
Good stuff. I thought they have like top shelf.
Basically.
Dude, that's a good business. Somebody should mine snow cones from Hoth, transport it all over the galaxy, the universe.
That's a fire idea.
That's a chill idea, sir.
Why hasn't Sub-Zero opened the ice cream shop yet?
Shit.
Sub-Zero.
My idea that went out of business. I wonder if they'll ever create like a Star Wars movie that's like unrelated to like the Force or like, you know, Jedi's, like some alien that just has like, you know, a garage explains about his day all the time. Probably won't be the biggest hit or get any Grammys, but
Wow.
it's creative thinking.
Well, to answer your question again, yes, I think we can go to Mars. I think we can live on Mars. But there's so much stuff to do. We need to establish, I guess. I think they found atmosphere on Mars.
They found water. They assume that there's water beneath the planet.
Well, I feel like they should start planting trees on there. Create some
As fast as
carbon
possible.
dioxide.
And what about that moon on Jupiter and that other planet that's like out there, it's bigger than Pluto?
Every
Right.
planet's bigger than Pluto.
No, the one that's not on the list.
The like the one with all the crazy numbers and letters, right?
Yeah. Well, it's in our solar system. Woo! You're affiliated.
What?
You entered. You entered an
Did you win?
Yeah.
Have you huh?
He came up on here.
I was gonna say, you're so fine, like, oh, here you go, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. That's so.
Can I hit that? Like,
Yeah. I'm sorry, DeAndre. Gotta keep going.
It's just to tell the people. It's so easy.
DeAndre just popped up on the contestants. He says it's just to tell you guys how easy it is
Exactly.
to win these giveaways. Now,
It's not
your
that hard.
opportunity
Not that hard.
is right there in front of you. Will you grab it or not? I do not know.
If
You
I
have
can
to
do
answer.
it, you can do it.
You have to answer that question for yourself.
And I'm gonna tell my mom to do it.
What else you guys got to talk about?
Well, I started doing space time. I finally cooperated with him last Tuesday.
what is space time?
Well, basically, me and Lewis, we play a game of our choice. We go live, and we just play games.
Continue. You go live with space on space time.
Yep, and we play a game of his choosing. We talk, and we just have fun with it. So, with me and him together on the same game, we're basically like Goku and Vegeta. We cannot be beat. Or we just end up crushing the opposition with ease.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What games do you play?
Well, first, we play Smite. Well, let's go.
That's a new one, right? I've heard of that like
Yes.
last night.
Yes, but way back before the HEB was formed, me and Lewis Spacely started on Dark Souls.
Heard about that one too.
Then we worked our way up. We played part 2. Then we played part 3. Then we went back and we played it. Same old stuff. Then we went to Smite.
Did you ever, man, there's a game I loved, but it takes so much, like, man hours. You ever heard of Ark?
Yes, he plays the shit out of it.
Does he really?
Yes, you should.
He says he stopped playing it
He stopped
recently
playing it, though.
because
I don't
it's
know
just
why.
really slow. I mean, it is. You know.
It's a slow game, yeah.
It's really time consuming. Like,
It's like if you don't want to live a real life, you could live a better one in Ark
exactly.
with dinosaurs and amazing
But
shit.
he's the man on the arc. I took a different approach. I picked Conan Exiles. And
Do you have an opinion on League or
E-League?
League of Legends?
Not really. Haven't really played it, but all I know is that's basically the OG of real-time strategy. I just happen to be on the lower flagship, which is Smite.
Gotcha. I went to a UM party like 2 nights ago, man. I met about 6 or 7 guys who were talking about that game. I was meaning to try it out.
Yeah, it's very popular.
It's hard to know what they were saying though, because they're already like belligerent drunks, as UM kids usually do on their free time. All love for that, by the way. I love partying with UM kids. I think they're the best kids to party with. Absolutely, 100%. I love UM chicks. I love UM kids. Like, they're all wild.
A big shout out to UM,
Big shout out.
University of Miami, if you didn't know.
Couldn't afford to go there.
I had a cousin there, she ran track.
Oh yeah?
I think she runs tracks now. I think this is her last year.
She going pro?
I believe so.
Nice.
How many entries you got through, Rev?
I've gone through a lot of them.
A lot.
Because we got like 44 entries in climbing, 45 in climbing, and yeah, we just got another one as we speak, and yeah, I'm just checking to see if they're on the followers on Instagram and the subscriber on YouTube, and if I haven't found one that's on either or yet. So right now, I'm mainly looking for Instagram and making sure that they're subscribed after that. Yeah, I just put the link in the bio, guys. Smash that like for Patir to get tased. If you really want that to happen. I know I do.
You guys don't want that to happen.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That's family right there.
Well, what else do we have? We can talk about some music shit. We can talk about
He's back in the studio.
ooh,
Who's a good guy?
is he a good guy? You met him?
I don't eat them, but yeah, I like what he says about broccoli because the vegetables are important. Kids eat your vegetables.
Okay.
It's
Eat your vegetables.
eat your
That's
broccoli.
a good message. Yeah, if you're listening to this podcast and you're looking for anything to take away, the moral of this podcast today is eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables.
Or just anything green. Eat a plant.
Inspired by Patir Carrera.
Cactus.
I am cycling through another winter. Keep it going, guys.
Well, since we're on the music category, Kodak Black just came out to say that he wants to be on. He claims that he's on the same ship as Biggie, Biggie and Tupac. So he claims to be the greatest rapper alive. What say you?
Which one?
Kodak Black.
He thinks he's bigger than Biggie and Tupac.
Yes.
And that's a bold statement.
Maybe
It's really a bold statement.
He's honestly a very modest and humble kind of guy. I can say.
But he's too arrogant.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a little bit.
So should we really support that type of stuff, like his confidence, or we just ignore the fact that
Well,
hey, this is too arrogant? You just started in the music industry. You didn't really step in yet.
I think like
I see what you're saying.
you can see like that's a completely different type of music too. Like that's not the same kind of rap it was what Tupac and Biggie were doing. Back in the day. Like they were more like I don't know, man. Like there's a reason why they call them classics and OGs, man. It's because like they helped start that movement.
Right.
Like Tupac, he.
Any update on Space Lee's whereabouts?
This is gonna be a process. You guys just gotta come up with something.
It truly is.
I'm gonna go over to my car real quick.
Would have been a lot more simpler if we had our guys here.
Tase yourself.
Look at
That's the time.
Just for fun, more.
Wait, what are you doing?
Over my car.
Hey, man. All right. Well, Dre, you're gonna have to tell them about some sort of
vision that you had about this dimensional reality you're talking about?
Well,
Bring it down to the specifics, man.
all right.
Take them on a journey, bro.
Well, in case you haven't thought, I am what you call a dreamer. I believe in a lot of things that I see in my dream, and a lot of it come true. Some don't, but a lot will, cause I believe it into existence, and it helps out a lot, and it helps me mentally and emotionally. Like, man, like it uplifts me, and it just basically tells me like, hey, I can do this shit. I just gotta get on it. I gotta work to it. I gotta grind for it. And my visions that I see in my dreams, like, I always feel like that we can always, it can always happen. It may not happen like imminent, but it will one day happen. So I feel like when I will get to find my doppelganger. Now, how I started to believe this, well, back in middle school, I got in trouble for no reason. I was sent to the principal's office, and then I realized I got suspended for no reason. Like, they called my parents and everything. A day later passed by. There is a person with the same first and last name at that school. He was the culprit. He had to do all this. So there's two names here. So when I got sent to the principal's office, he realized, oh, you're not the other person. I'm like, yeah. Is there another person here? Like, is there another first name, last name? He was like, yes, but I know you too well. You don't get in trouble. And I'm like, yeah, I don't. And that's not even my teacher. So I went to the teacher that like reported all this, and the principal asked, is this your student? He's like, no, that's not my student, but I have the same name as your student. So I feel like I had a doppelganger. I didn't get a chance to meet the doppelganger back in middle school, but he's out there somewhere. There is another DeAndre Brown in Miami, Florida, and I don't know who he is. One day, I'm gonna find him. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Shout out to Kurt Angle. So, yeah, visions are a must. You must pay attention to what you see in your visions. It may happen now, may happen later, maybe not be imminent, but you have to work toward that vision to achieve the best result. And yeah, that's all there is to it. It's the insight that counts. It's not always about imagination.